Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of MIAFG, episode 5. So, just like I've been saying, today will be a very, organizational heavy episode, not major progression. But the reason for this is, if we take a look inside here, Enderchest not really organized, it's just some shulker boxes and just random bits. And in this episode, we are going to, number one, get a valuables box, rockets, tools, food, redstone, a circuit box, which I'll explain later, a rail box, ice box, wood box, farming box, dye box, a light box, utilities, iron, gold, emerald, and beacon. And then we're going to have some empty shulker boxes, and that will be for, if we go in exploring, we find stuff, our inventory is getting cluttered, we can just take those shulker boxes, and then we have extra inventory when we do exploration. So I think the first thing we're going to do, or that I'm going to do, is I'm going to figure out the color code, because what I've been doing off camera between the last episode and this is getting a stack of each colored dye. So I'm going to think of what colors I want for the different boxes, and then from there I'll name it, and then we can come back and then we can discuss more about Enderchest setup. Alright guys, so we have everything sorted out. So this is how my Enderchest is actually gonna look. So I think I might move the shield, might actually go into the gearbox. We'll think about that. But as you can see, everything in order. The only thing I added extra was the potion box. And then these are still full. I'm actually going to empty them later. And then the trophies, because we have the Blazing Caves advancement pack. We get trophies for some advancements, so it's good to have a trophies box. So let me get the easy ones completed, and then we can come back and do the more complex. It's not really complex, but ones that need more explanation, we'll come back and do those ones on camera. Yo guys, slight tangent. So as you can see, I'm pretty far out in the nether, and this is actually to try out a super challenge. I think it is, yeah, super challenge. Let's see, travel 1,000,000 blocks away from spawn, and then this one, nether. Someone else from my server tried it and it didn't work out for him, so I thought I'll get two birds with one stone and try the challenge one time. So I thought I'll bring it here, and it's also relevant to the topic, since okay, I'm lagging quite a lot. Yeah, this is the trophy box. Actually got Voyager 1 because I traveled. Oh no, I hope this doesn't reset the counter for the travel 666 in the nether. But the Voyager 1 was travel 100 kilometers on foot. Let's just see, do we get the achievement for both? Oh, let's go. Screenshot. And so at this point, Leon created a Riptide course at the villager area, and he wanted me to give it a test run, so here is the clip of that. Obviously this is a tangent, but yeah, what can we do? I mean, I wanted to also try it out, so let's roll the clip. Yo guys, and welcome back. So I did quite a bit, so I think let's first show what we have. So we got the riches box with the riches, rocket box, we got rockets. There we go. So that's our riches box. That's the rockets. Gear, we have gear. I actually did some enchanting, but it's not fully enchanted yet. Food, golden carrots, because steak right now is too much work, and since I'm doing village trade, I decided to go with just golden carrots. Redstone, still a little bit low, but we'll get it filled up. Circuit box, we have quite a bit of circuit blocks there. Rails, need to craft. Ice, we might need a little bit more ice later on. Then wood, I got all the types of wood. Honestly, you can just have one type, that's good enough. I'll explain why later. Then we got the farming box with most of the farmable items. Dyes with dye, light with light. Utilities, as you can see, we got crafting tables, sticks, extra wood, cobblestone, furnaces, stone, because you're gonna need that when you're exploring. It's just handy. Then you got some ender pearls because you never know when you might need that. Anvils because obvious, and scaffolding. And then an extra bed and a clock just for the sake of it. I would also put a compass here, but I don't really need it since I use coordinate HUD. Iron box, gold. I still need to smelt the gold up. Emeralds, that's so far the emerald stash I have. Beacon, we need to get a beacon. Potions, because fire is actually quite important. And then the empty ones, and then the trophies. So I think I should explain actually what is like non-negotiable, so to speak, for server and single player. So the one that are non-negotiable is your riches box. So in a server, you'll have your diamonds and that over there. If you're a content creator, you'll probably also have your diamonds and that just to flex. But if you are a single player, you'll need this for totems. Maybe put your conduits in there. You know, stuff that are actually useful. You don't really need the diamonds because you're not in a server, there's no economy. So you don't really need those stuff. Rockets, obviously, that's self-explanatory. Gear, self-explanatory. Food, self-explanatory. Redstone, you don't really need these 3 boxes unless you're really into redstone. Otherwise, you can just skip it for like 1 box because, and if you're not a redstone person, just hoppers, chests, that's good enough. Ice, you wouldn't really need. I just use it because I'm doing a whole lot of circuit action or water stream action. That's why I need the ice box. Wood, you will need 100%. But like I said, one type of wood is good enough because wood is very useful for crafting chests and all of that. You won't need a farming box necessarily. A dye box, you won't really need, but it's always handy to have. Light box you will need, but like with my configuration, it will be different. You'll have your first row full of torches, and then your second row with coal, and your last row with sticks. Obviously, if you're using a different light source for a specific project, you might want to put that in there. Like for me, I'm using pumpkins, so that's why I have pumpkins. That's just my thought, because you need a light box mainly for prep. So let's say you're going to do a new project. You'll need torches to light up the area while you're building. Or if you finish build the exterior of a building, you'll need torches to light it up before you do the interior so that no mobs spawn inside. So a light box is really useful, and you'll need a lot of torches. You'll just burn through them like it's nobody's business. Even if you strip mining, branch mining, you're gonna need torches. So that's why I said first row torches, and the second row coal, and then last row sticks, because coal and sticks are just a more compact way of storing torches. Utilities, you're gonna need 100%. But with this, I will say you don't really need an iron box like me. So you can put your iron blocks in utilities, maybe 1 or 2 stacks, Same with gold, 1 or 2 stacks, emeralds, 1 or 2 stacks. They will all go in utilities so that these 3 boxes are basically gone. Beacon box, yeah, I think you might need, but you don't really need it because most of the time when you're gonna go do a beacon job, you're gonna take the beacon with you. It's mainly if you forget about a beacon that you would need a beacon box, but that hardly happens. Potions you wouldn't really need in single player, maybe multiplayer you'll need, but it's always good to have it for the fire res. The empty shulker boxes I have here, it's mainly for projects. But like I said, you're mainly gonna remove all of these, so you'll have a lot more space. And that space will be used for the type of player you are. So if you're a builder, it's always good to have like building blocks. So like this, I would say maybe a full chest of just cobblestone, because from cobblestone you can smelt it to stone, and then you get your stone bricks, and then you can make your slabs and stairs. A full wood box with the main wood types you use. So most people, they probably use oak, spruce, and maybe some dark oak, but I see mainly people using spruce and oak in YouTube videos. So you might want to have that, and just keep it as the logs because you can always break that down. And then other stuff, so in 117 you'll probably have just your cobble deep slate because that's the most simplest form, and then you can just change it into whatever you want through a stone cutter. Maybe also have your terracotta and glass, but that's for builders. For redstoners, you know, maybe you will have these, and then you'll have extra boxes, you know, maybe a whole box dedicated just to redstone blocks, because you're gonna need a lot of redstone. But that is the main gist. So these empty shulker boxes, they won't always be empty. They're mainly there for the project you are doing at the moment. And the reason why you keep the empty shulker boxes in is so that you don't fill those empty slots with junk. So that's why you just keep them in, so that you know that space is taken and you can't really use it in your ender chest. But to actually end off this episode, Leon actually challenged me. He's like, he made this, right? This trident course, which also I did earlier. And I was like, you know, why you don't make it a community area? Because I'm basically going to roof this whole area off. And he's like, that won't be for a while. And I was like, you're challenging me. And he's like, yeah, it's going to take you a month. So we're going to end up the episode with clearing this whole area. So let's hit a time lapse to end off the episode.